What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, boys. This is episode 86, and let's get right into it. Story time. So I just had a nice uh week off. Well, would have had school, but you know they call it off, and now we can just rest for a bit and then go back. So yeah, just school's coming up. Oh yeah, you guys go ahead.
This week, so I went up Whistler, just like big skiing mountain. So yeah, I went there with my cousin and my dad, so it was pretty fun. And yeah, I went to Whistler, so it was pretty good. And the snow was like really good, probably like the best of the season. And then I've just been going snowboarding a lot, which is fun this week. So yeah, I went to a pool as well this week, which was like it's surprising that it's even open because like gyms are closed and like a bunch of shit's closed because of COVID. But for some reason,
Outdoor pool.
hmm?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's weird that it's open. But yeah, and then I'm starting on did some school stuff today. That's like this project thing, so I did some of that. Um, and yeah, just hanging out. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. I don't really have anything that interesting that happened to me except for I got some dream stories to tell the boys. Um, and yeah, let's get right into it, I guess. Here we go. Okay, so dream number one. This was the one I had um, the I don't know how to say this. It was the first one I had. Yeah, the first one I had, and it was basically like it was the podcast boys. Like we had to, well, we didn't have to, but we signed to like a company, like some like partnership with some company in Jamaica, and to do the partnership, we actually had to fly out to Jamaica. So the podcast boys pretty much had a business trip to go to. So we went to Jamaica, and yeah, it was pretty fun. So yeah, there's not much detail that I have for you because that's really all I remember. Um, Second one, this is where it really starts to get in depth. So this one, I was actually, and you know what? I just realized this. This is completely um, coincidental, but so in the dream, I joined the military, and I just realized I'm wearing camo. I did not plan for that at all. I just realized, but yeah. So basically, I joined the military, and I don't know why I just did, and I had to. I was in like a squadron, and the like captain or like chief or like I don't know whatever you want to call it. He would send like each person off to like do some like mission, kind of like a hitman kind of thing. Like you have to like do something. Like I had to go to like this one mission I had to do. It was the first one. I don't remember what I was like supposed to do, but I just remember I was like shooting off the bad guys, and like it was like 1v20, and it was like really easy. They're like the bots in Fortnite. Um and so yeah, easy. I clapped them, and then I went back to like I had to get like another mission or something, and this time it was a lot bigger of a mission. So the captain or like the what would you call that, like captain or like chief, or what's another one, like
Sorry.
sergeant. Yeah, I was thinking that sergeant was like we had to go on this like group mission together, where apparently it was rumored that there was like a group of like um Taliban or some organization, like some crime related thing was going down on this like deserted island. So it's that's I don't know. Saying that out loud, it sounds pretty cool. So we go in like these really old, like we had to fly there because it's on an island. We flew there on like these really old like World War II bomber planes, which is kind of weird. And we flew there, and we didn't go on boat or anything. We flew there, and there's like 15, 20 people in the squad. So we flew there on different planes. And then when we arrived, there's like nothing at the island except for this massive like mansion. So we pull up, and we go into it's like an abandoned house. So we go in and we're, scoping out the rooms left and right. And I get to this one room, and I remember seeing these two holes in the ground, like so deep, it looks like it goes to like the core of the earth. And they were like about the size of my feet, and they just went completely straight down. And like there's people like walking around me, but like not really in my, like this was in like a room in the house. And keep in mind, all there's like, it's a really dirty house because everything's like abandoned, there's like nothing there. And so when you have like this feeling of like shit goes down, like shit's about to happen, like you have like a sixth sense type of thing, and you just had that feeling that something bad's happening. Where I had that feeling, and I kind of like was trying to be in tune to like what was going on. And one thing distinctly remember, I had the same necklace on. I don't know how I remember that, but I remember that. And I think because it probably would have helped me through the army. I feel like nowadays it would, like if I were to actually join the army, because it's like, symbolizes the strength and bravery. I think I mentioned that before. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. Anyway, so I see these two holes, and I like, it just sounds demonic, but I started to hear like these voices in my head, like whispering almost, like it's in my head. So I lay down on the floor next to the holes, and I try and like listen, try and like really focus myself into like what I'm hearing. And the more I'm like focusing, the more I'm like staying tuned in. The voices are getting louder and louder and more clear and more clear. And so I was like, holy shit. So then from the holes, there's like people talking coming from down there. And it was like they're just mumbling. And then I heard somebody say like, yeah, we saw them come from the planes. They're here. They arrived. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. So I start freaking out. Like, oh, these, this organization that we came to track down, see what's going on. They know we're here, so we don't know that. They're trying to surprise us probably. So I tell the whole squad, and just as I tell them, they have these planes that they sent over, these bomber planes, and they weren't like bombing the house that we were in, but they're like shooting it up. And then next thing you know, they got troops on the island shooting up the house, and we're in there taking cover, like shooting back. And then I think uh I think that's all I kind of remember. Um but yeah, that was a pretty cool dream. And then the third one I had last night, and I was on like a race car team, like NASCAR, and that's pretty much all I remember. I just remember racing and like doing competitions with like a team, and yeah, so that's my whole story time. What do you guys think?
Damn. But it's crazy that you can like remember your dreams to that detail. And like,
Yeah.
yeah. Bro, I had a couple dreams this week as well. I feel like I'm forgetting like what they were, but I had like three, but they were all like super realistic. Like, the ones like where you wake up and you think you like did something, like that happened in a dream. Like that happened to me like the last couple nights, and it's been like I've been like getting so anxious. Like you wake up like anxious and you're all like, I don't know, it's like unaware. It's so I hate that, but I've been getting that a lot, which is like kind of annoying, but yeah.
Damn. Yeah, they can be pretty annoying.
Yeah, bro. I was like, I think there's one, and it was like I was like failing a test or like some exam or something, and I was like super stressed or something about this like upcoming project, and then I woke up and I thought I'd like failed it, and I was like, shit, like I'm pretty much failing school now,
You
and
woke
then
up upset.
yeah, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck, like oh my God, like thank God that wasn't real life, like,
Yeah, I've had that happen where I'm like so relieved.
yeah, you're like oh
But then you think of it, like something like that could happen in real life and you wouldn't get that stressed out as you did in the
yeah,
dream. For me
yeah,
at least. Hmm. Yeah. I have one topic. If we are moving on, I think I should show that to get that done.
all right,
Mm, okay. So we got it's like the same thing pretty much, but uh wait, yeah it is. Okay. So basically we got here this came on Instagram and I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw it and at first glance when all I saw that stood out to me the most was Logan Paul, KSI, the final chapter, and then it looks like they're in, fighting position type shit, like intimidation. So I'm like, oh, they're fighting again. Great. That's, obviously for money and doing it just for fun, probably, because they were like not friends, but like mutuals, I guess you could say. And then I actually went to pull it up and then I read it. It says when January 4th, 1 PST, Logan Paul and KSI Instagram live. So I'm like, oh, okay, they're announcing something. And I didn't watch the live, but I went and looked at the video. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I looked at where they announced it. Um, oh yeah, and we got so I guess they made like a energy drink, or I don't know if it's energy, but they said we're excited to announce at Drink Prime to the world and showcase what happens when rivals come together as brothers and business partners. Our goal is to create a fantastic hydration drink that can fuel any lifestyle. Over the past year, we've worked countless hours to formulate the product from scratch, lock in deals with the largest retailers in the world, build a multi-hundred person team to get our products to the shelves. We're humbled by the process of creating a real brand and look forward to competing with some of the biggest beverage companies in the world. As underdogs, we always cherish the opportunity to show the world what is possible. Now that we're both fighting for the same team, we truly believe the sky's the limit. So, I don't know if it's an energy drink. I don't know anything about this. I tried to look into it. Uh, you got okay. 10% coconut water, BCAA for muscle recovery. Oh, dude, I have to tilt my head. 825 milligrams electrolytes. That's a lot. Antioxidants, B vitamins. So I looked at their website, but you can't access it because I guess they haven't released them yet. Oh, here we go. We're giving away 1,000 cases. Oh, price value $30 for one. Wait, uh, for free. Oh, 1,000 cases is valued at 30. Oh no, that's the entries. Open to the U.S. and internationally must be $18. Price value. I don't know if I'm reading this right, but it seems like no, that's not. There's no way that 1,000 cases is $30. Um, maybe it's $30 to enter. I don't really get what it's saying here, but yeah, it looks pretty. It looks like something you'd see at like Sport Check or something. One of those types of drinks. It looks like an energy drink. I don't know if it is. They don't really have too much information about it, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool to bring up.
Check the
Um,
story. Maybe they have something on like the.
well, I went on their website and it just wants me to sign up to like because it's dropping soon, and then yeah. So there's nothing here. I don't really want to put in my details, especially on camera. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll see later. I might bring it back next episode. I don't know. Um, yeah, that's all my topics. I just realized that this is our first video of 2022. Um, so there's a saying like I actually heard this from Cobra Kai, but I heard it before. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Me and Justin finished the Cobra Kai season, not together, but we both talked about it earlier, and yeah, it's pretty good. But um, there's a saying in it, and I heard it somewhere else, but it's like it doesn't matter how you start; it's about how you finish. Um, I heard that from football. That's where I heard it from. And it's like that kind of I feel like would have to do with us. Like, sure, we can start off strong, and that'd be great. But at the end of the day, it's how we have like an outcome, right? So if we have ups and downs right from the beginning, we just have to, keep our head high and then yeah, finish strong, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'm pretty confident we'll be doing good this year. COVID's pretty bad right now, but once it's better, hopefully with some equipment upgrades, we'll be back in person. We're really close to that, and yeah, so 2022 hopefully is pretty good.
Yeah. Um, I guess we'll just go with topics now. Um, so 1 second. Okay, so the first thing we have. Oh, 1 second. All right, so how unlikely reunion with Boudreaux invigorated Hughes Norris Trophy bid. Vancouver. This is the second time that Bruce Boudreaux has coached a hockey team that has Quinn Hughes in the dressing room, but the player has changed quite a bit since the last time. When Bruce got here, he said, "I probably haven't seen you in 18 years." Hughes, the Vancouver defenseman, told Sportsnet on Thursday, "Yeah, that's about right. It's just funny how the world works." During his 17-year coaching journey through the minor leagues before he made it to the NHL as a 52-year-old rookie coach with the Washington Capitals in 2007, Boudreaux spent 4 seasons guiding the LA Kings American team in Manchester. Uh, Boudreaux's assistant for the 2003, 2004, and 2004-2005 seasons was Jim Hughes, whose little boys, Quinn and Jack, used to run around the Monarchs locker room, playing mini sticks and talking to the players. Quinn was probably 4 years old, 5 years old, running around the locker room when Bruce was the head coach, Jim Hughes recalled. Jack was probably 2 years old, and Luke was just born. He had Jeff Tablini on the team, and Dustin Brown, and Tim Glenson, and Mike Calamari. Quinn and Jack would be at all the games, and they'd run around the locker room. When Boudreaux was fired in 2005 and left Manchester to coach the Hershey Bears, Jim Hughes became the Monarchs head coach for 1 season. His assistant in 2005-2006 was Derek Clancy, hired last month by the Canucks as a assistant general manager, soon after Boudreaux replaced Travis Green as head coach. Like Quinn said, it's funny how the world works. Already having a breakthrough season in which Hughes is nearly as good defensively as offensively, the 22-year-old from Canton Mitch has played his best hockey under Boudreaux, who was given the defenseman more responsibility. Hughes is third among NHL blue liners with 26 assists in 33 games, but he's most proud of his defensive work. For me personally, in going into this year, I've had 0 points in the first 10 games. But if I wasn't scored on, I would have been good with it because I wanted to stabilize my game and get to that defensive part back on track, Hughes said. So that's where my head has been at going into this year. My knock growing up was always that I wasn't going to be as good defensively because I was too small. That was always been the thing that would bother me when people said it. You can say whatever you want, but that bothers me the most. I obviously didn't like being dash 24 last year. Although plus minus is an archaic statistic, many players still track it. It haunted Hughes all summer that he was minus 24 during the Canucks' disastrous pandemic-shortened season in 2021. Sure, he was on the ice for 9 empty net goals against the Canucks, were habitually behind him in games, and the Canadian schedule meant Hughes faced either Connor McDavid or Austin Matthew 19 times across 56 games. Still, the Canucks outscored 54-38, 5-on-5 when Hughes was on the ice, and defensive shots for percentage against just 49%. Despite his 41 points in 56 games, Hughes is not named a single Norris Trophy ballot, while Cale Marker, the only player ahead of a Canuck in Calder Trophy voting this previous season, was a runner-up to win the Adam Fox. Determined after last season to prove he can play in his own zone too, Hughes is plus 10 through 33 games and is driving possession with his shots for a percentage of 54.4. Hughes 5-on-5 and for per 60 minutes is nearly identical to last season, 2.3 versus 2.38, but he's cleaved his goals against per 60 nearly in half from down 1.72 to 3.72. So it just keeps going on about like statistics and stuff. But I just thought it was kind of cool to see like that he was like, he knew him before he coached them. So that was pretty cool.
And he did as well as he did.
Yeah, exactly.
So that
So
probably has something to do with it. Definitely.
yeah. Um, my next topic, I've seen this all over like social media and stuff,
Yeah.
um, but yeah. So high school player dies from injury suffered during game. So there you go. A high school player from Greenwich Con has died as a result of an injury he sustained during a game on Thursday night. Brunswick School was hosting St. Luke's School in a junior varsity game when a player from the visiting school fell into the ice, according to the police. While the player was lying down, another player was unable to stop and collided with the player that was prone on the ice. The injury was noticeable immediately as the game was stopped and emergency services were called to take the player to Greenwich Hospital. The player later died from the injury. Thomas Phillip, the head of Brunswick School, issued in a statement on the student's passing. "We're devastated, an unimaginable tragedy," he said via News 8. "I have of course met with the head of the school at St. Luke's and have been contacted by the boy's family to offer whatever help, support, or assistance we can during such a challenging time. Please keep all concerned in your prayers. Out of respect for the family, we will have no further comment at this time." So yeah,
Dude.
like
Oh
that's
my.
really sad. Being like pretty much our age. Oh, wait, I gotta close this. Being pretty much our age and like dying playing a sport you love or like
Mhm.
it's like screwed up.
I
As
think.
well as like imagine the burden on like the kid who like he like didn't stop or like he skated into him,
Yeah.
like he like you know what I mean? Like he could think that he like killed them, right? Like you know what I mean? So that's just like pity in general.
What the guy like should understand is like when he fell to the ice, that's just a part of the game. Like unless he hit him dirty, then yeah, bro, that's on you. That you fucked up. But if you just hit him, like you can hit people pretty hard in hockey and get away with it. So it's just part of the game. So I feel like that guy should have like remorse and he should feel like not guilty at all because I don't think it's his fault unless he did something dirty. When you said that he fell to the ice, I thought you said he fell in the ice. I was so confused. Like, dude, that's just, like impossible.
It's literally on a lake.
Yeah, he got swimming.
No, that's crazy, man. I like, oh my gosh. I can't imagine that.
Yeah, like someone our age
Hmm.
basically. You're like probably even younger, cause you know what I mean. So it's just
I thought he was like 16. I don't know
yeah,
if they said it in there, but I thought I
yeah.
saw somewhere else.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's 16, but yeah.
Wow. My
Tough.
my prayers to the family and everyone affected. That is just I can't imagine. Like you oh my gosh.
And like it's just because he's so young too. Like
Hmm.
yeah,
I've been playing a lot of Chell recently as well. I just want to add that. Kind of made me think of it.
I downloaded Chell.
Yes, I've been playing Chell 20. I don't have the new one,
Yeah,
but
I got it on Game Pass. They have like Chell 21, so I
nice.
got that.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think that the Chell from like the PS2 so much better. Like the 2008, 2009. Like you can't beat that, but
Yeah,
otherwise it's still
oh,
good.
you can turn the hitting like way up,
Yeah,
right? And the
like
guys go like flying the sets.
yeah. The fighting mechanics were so much better as well.
Yeah, bro.
So
Like now you just like spam the stick and you just
yeah,
like spam like the grab button.
and you can dodge and yeah. No, before it was just like there's a lot more button options, I'm pretty sure. But now it's just
You can like take them to the ground too.
who
You can
can
like jersey them and shit too.
now it's just like who can flick faster and who can, you
Yeah, it's
know?
like and then you just throw in a dodge there to like
Yeah.
as the guy's like spamming it. Yeah, but the fighting shell is kind of whack. But
Hmm.
I'm done for topics now, so I don't really have anything else.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right, so you guys are done?
Yeah,
So that makes it. We've done almost 25 minutes and it was
Damn,
a
shortest EP
yeah,
yet.
yeah, it's it was a good episode, but we will see you next week on the 14th. It's going now in sevens. It's going like you know, each week is gonna be the 7th, which is good. So it's
So it's
just
going up by 7.
yeah.
Yeah. It's even. It's like, wait, when will that not? When will that end? Is it just on like a loop now forever, like eternity?
No,
Because
it
if
ends
it,
this on the
oh, because of the
28th will be
month.
the last one.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, because there must be, because like the month ends, and then because if Friday falls on like the 24th, the 21st, let's just say, I know that will never happen, but 21st and then the first, that's when it'll reset. I don't know if I'm not explaining it right at all, but yeah, interesting.
Mhm. Yeah.
Justin looked confused for a second there.
I'm trying to think about this, but I have no idea what's going on, bro. Talking about the weeks and the sevens and days.
It's just that every single week on Friday now will be like correct. It'll be 7th, going up by
Yeah,
7.
until February 28th, or will it be at the end of the month?
End of the month.
Yeah,
It will be the
that makes
28th,
more
and
sense.
then it'll be the 4th after that. But yeah, it's just like now it's in like order.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it for this EP. We'll see you next one. Yeah, hope you guys have had a great day, and see you guys next time.